In today's rapidly shifting world, there's one asset that stands above all others. This asset is knowledge. It has truly become the ultimate currency, the most valuable resource you can possess. Those individuals who make a deliberate, conscious commitment to learning every single day are the ones who hold the authentic keys. They unlock the doors to profound success, to continuous personal growth, and to a future filled with seemingly endless possibilities. They understand that stagnation is the enemy of progress, and that the mind, like a muscle, must be consistently exercised to remain strong and agile in these dynamic times. Yet despite this incredible potential, what do we often see? Too many of us allow distractions to relentlessly steal our precious time, our most finite resource. We find ourselves settling, becoming comfortable with the familiar, choosing the ease of what we already know over the challenge of the unknown. This comfort zone, while seemingly safe, is actually a place where dreams go to diminish and potential remains untapped. Breaking free from this cycle is not just an option. It is an imperative for anyone seeking a life of significance and achievement. It requires a conscious decision to step out and embrace the new. But imagine for a moment, what if you made a different choice? What if, starting today, you decided to actively expand your mind each day? What if you chose to deliberately challenge your existing perspectives, to question your assumptions, and to relentlessly feed your innate curiosity every single day? This isn't about grand, overwhelming gestures. It's about small, consistent acts of learning that accumulate over time, creating a powerful momentum. This deliberate choice is the very first step towards transforming your reality from what it is to what it could truly be, fulfilling your deepest aspirations. This commitment to daily learning is more than just a good habit. It's a fundamental shift in how you approach life. It's about recognizing that your capacity to learn is your capacity to grow and adapt. In a world that refuses to stand still, where innovation and change are the only constants, this daily practice becomes your anchor and your sail. It allows you to navigate the complexities with greater confidence and to seize opportunities that others might miss. The power to reshape your future lies dormant within this simple yet profound daily decision to learn something new. Consider the gap that exists between where you are right now in your life and where you truly aspire to be. What is the fundamental bridge across that chasm? It isn't primarily luck, nor is it solely innate talent, though these can play their parts. The most significant, reliable, and empowering factor is knowledge. The acquisition of new knowledge, skills, and insights is what systematically closes that gap, step by step, day by day. It's the active ingredient in the formula for personal and professional transformation, empowering you to build the future you desire. Educating yourself on a daily basis isn't confined to the traditional notions of sitting in classrooms or poring over academic textbooks, although those have their value. It's about something much broader, much more encompassing. It's about wholeheartedly embracing a mindset of continuous, relentless growth. This mindset sees every experience as a learning opportunity, every challenge as a chance to develop, and every interaction as a potential source of new understanding. It's a way of living that keeps you vibrant, engaged, and constantly evolving towards your best self, making learning a part of your very being. This commitment to a growth mindset is crucial for staying ahead, or even just keeping pace in our ever-evolving world. Industries are being reshaped, technologies are advancing at an unprecedented rate, and the skills required for success tomorrow may be different from those needed today. Continuous learning equips you with the agility and adaptability to thrive amidst this change, rather than being overwhelmed by it. It ensures you remain relevant, competitive, and capable of navigating the complexities of modern life with a sense of mastery and foresight, which is invaluable. Furthermore, this daily pursuit of knowledge has the remarkable effect of unlocking doors you never even knew existed. New career paths may emerge, unexpected opportunities for collaboration can arise, and innovative solutions to persistent problems might suddenly become clear. As your understanding deepens and your skill set expands, your perception of what is possible also broadens significantly. So the critical question isn't whether you believe you have the time to learn each day. The more pressing, more honest question is, can you genuinely afford not to invest in your daily learning? You know, what truly fascinates me, what I find utterly astounding, is the undeniable fact that we are living in the most extraordinary, the most privileged era in all of human history when it comes to accessing information. Never before has knowledge been so readily accessible, so incredibly abundant, and so widely distributed to so many people across the globe. Think about it, the wisdom of ages, the latest scientific breakthroughs, practical skills, and diverse perspectives are literally at your fingertips, available with just a few clicks or a simple search. This is a gift of unprecedented proportions. And yet, here lies the surprising, almost paradoxical part of this modern marvel. Despite this unparalleled access, despite this veritable ocean of knowledge, a vast majority of people simply aren't making the most of it. They are not diving in, not exploring, not leveraging this incredible resource to enrich their lives and expand their horizons. Isn't that a remarkable, almost perplexing observation? We are surrounded by treasure, yet so many walk past it, unaware or unmotivated to gather it. This gap between availability and utilization is something we must consciously address in our own lives. Let me share a piece of wisdom that my mentor taught me many years ago, a lesson that profoundly shaped my own journey. He said, "Success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become." Take a moment to let that sink in. It's not about chasing external rewards. It's about cultivating internal growth. So, I ask you this directly. Who do you need to become to attract the level of success, the fulfillment, the impact that you truly desire in your life? What qualities, skills, and understanding must you develop? The answer, clear and resonant, lies in the unwavering commitment to continuous learning. This isn't solely about formal education, though that certainly has its important place and value. We're talking about the kind of education that fundamentally transforms your life hour by hour, day by day. It's the learning that reshapes your thinking, refines your character, and expands your capabilities. This ongoing process of becoming more is what magnetizes success towards you, drawing opportunities and achievements into your orbit naturally and consistently, because you are prepared for them. We live in a world that constantly vies for our attention, a veritable symphony of notifications, updates, and endless streams of entertainment. These distractions are cunning. They are designed to be alluring, to pull you away from deeper, more meaningful pursuits. Think about it. How often does a quick glance at your phone turn into an hour lost? An hour that could have been invested in yourself, in your growth. This isn't accidental, it's by design. The comfort of passive consumption often feels easier than the active engagement required for learning, but this ease comes at a significant, often unseen cost to your future potential. The challenge then is not merely to acknowledge these distractions, but to consciously decide to rise above them. It's about understanding the principle of sowing and reaping, a fundamental law of the universe that never fails. What you plant with your time today directly determines the harvest you will gather tomorrow. If you sow hours into mindless scrolling or passive entertainment, can you truly expect a harvest of knowledge, skill, or opportunity? The choice, as always, rests squarely with you. You must decide if you want to be a passive recipient of what life throws at you, or an active creator of the life you desire. Think about two individuals, both given the same 24 hours in a day, the same opportunities within their grasp. One chooses to spend their evenings lost in the flickering lights of a television screen, absorbing narratives that offer temporary escape, but little lasting value. The other dedicates those same hours to reading, to studying, to engaging with ideas that stretch their mind and expand their understanding. After a year, or 5, or 10, would it be surprising if their lives took dramatically different trajectories? Of course not. That right there is the undeniable power of daily choices, the stark contrast between distraction and deliberate growth. So when you hear that voice, perhaps your own, saying, "I just don't have time to learn," I want you to pause. I want you to really question that statement. Is it truly a lack of time, or is it perhaps a matter of priority? Let me be straight with you, because honesty is crucial here. Don't say you don't have time. Instead, be truthful and say, "It's not a priority for me right now." Because if you cannot carve out even 30 minutes a day to invest in your own mind, you're not yet truly committed to changing your life's direction. This isn't about harshness, it's about clarity. Now let's talk about something truly transformative, the growth mindset. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a fundamental way of viewing yourself and the world around you. It's the profound belief that your abilities, your intelligence, and your talents are not fixed traits, set in stone from birth. Instead, they are qualities that can be developed through dedication, through hard work, and crucially, through continuous learning. People with a growth mindset welcome challenges, seeing them not as threats, but as exciting opportunities to expand and to become more than they currently are. Isn't that a powerful perspective to adopt? Contrast this with a fixed mindset, which operates from the belief that your capabilities are static. Someone with a fixed mindset might avoid challenges for fear of failure, believing that failure reflects negatively on their inherent abilities. They might give up easily when faced with obstacles, thinking, "I'm just not good at this." But the growth mindset reframes this entirely. It says, "I'm not good at this yet," and sees effort as the path to mastery. This subtle but profound shift in thinking is the bedrock upon which a commitment to daily learning is built, fueling your desire to explore and improve. Embracing a growth mindset means you understand that every mistake is a lesson, every setback a setup for a comeback. It means you actively seek out feedback, even when it's critical, because you know it's a gift that can help you improve. You become less concerned with looking smart and more focused on becoming smarter, on genuinely expanding your understanding. This mindset allows you to thrive in the face of adversity, to persevere when things get tough, because you know that the struggle itself is part of the growth process. It's about falling in love with the journey of learning, not just the destination. My mentor often said, "Success is something you attract by the person you become." Think about that. Who do you need to become? Adopting a growth mindset is the first step in becoming that person. It opens you up to new possibilities, makes you resilient, and turns you into a lifelong learner. It's the internal compass that consistently points you towards development and self-improvement, ensuring that you are always moving forward, always evolving, and always ready to attract the success you desire. This internal shift is where the real magic of personal transformation begins. So, how do you begin to overcome these ever-present distractions and truly cultivate this powerful growth mindset? It starts with small, deliberate actions, taken consistently. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The first practical step is to consciously reclaim your time. Identify those pockets of your day that are currently lost to passive consumption or unproductive habits. Could you wake up 30 minutes earlier? Could you dedicate your lunch break to reading an insightful article or listening to an educational podcast? Next, you must make learning a non-negotiable priority. Just as you prioritize meals or essential work tasks, schedule time for learning in your daily calendar. Treat these appointments with yourself with the same seriousness you would a critical business meeting. By formally allocating time, you are sending a powerful message to your subconscious mind that this is important, that your growth matters. Start with just 30 minutes a day. That's it, just half an hour. Do you know what happens in 30 minutes? You can absorb new ideas, gain fresh perspectives, and plant seeds of knowledge that will blossom over time. Then actively work on shifting your perspective towards challenges and effort. When you encounter a difficult problem, instead of feeling defeated, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger or more skilled? This is the growth mindset in action. Celebrate small wins and acknowledge your progress, no matter how minor it may seem. This positive reinforcement will build momentum and make the process of learning more enjoyable and sustainable. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about persistent, incremental progress day after day consistently. Finally, surround yourself with an environment that supports your learning goals. This might mean decluttering your workspace to minimize distractions, or it could involve finding a community of like-minded learners who can offer support and accountability. Limit your exposure to negativity and to those who might dismiss your efforts to grow. You are the architect of your environment, and by shaping it to foster learning, you make the path to daily mind expansion smoother and more inviting. The power to ignite this learning engine resides within you, waiting to be unleashed by these simple yet profound commitments. You've heard me say it before, start with just 30 minutes a day, just half an hour. Does that sound too simple? Too insignificant to make a real difference? Let me tell you, the power of this small commitment is truly astounding. It's not about the duration initially, it's about the consistency, the daily ritual of investing in yourself. Think of it like a tiny seed, planted and watered daily. Even with just a little attention, it can grow into a mighty tree. Those 30 minutes, compounded day after day, week after week, become a formidable force for transformation in your life, building an unstoppable momentum. What happens in those 30 minutes? You could read 15 to 20 pages of a powerful book. Over a year, that's over 7,000 pages. That's roughly 20 to 24 good books. Now I ask you, do you think reading 24 impactful books could change your perspective, enhance your skills, or even alter the course of your life? You'd better believe it will. It's the alchemy of small, consistent steps. Each page turned, each idea absorbed, is like adding a drop of water to a bucket. Individually, they seem small, but collectively, they fill it to overflowing. This is how you build intellectual capital, one micro-commitment at a time. The beauty of starting small is that it sidesteps the overwhelm that often paralyzes us when we think about massive goals. Instead of facing a mountain, you're just taking one manageable step. This daily act of learning, however brief, provides a psychological win. Each completed session reinforces your identity as a learner, as someone committed to growth. It builds self-efficacy. You start to believe in your ability to learn and improve because you're proving it to yourself every single day. Isn't that a fantastic way to build confidence from the ground up? It's about creating a positive feedback loop of achievement. So, don't underestimate the profound impact of these small daily investments. It's not about finding huge blocks of time. It's about finding those pockets of opportunity and dedicating them to your growth. Whether it's during your morning commute, your lunch break, or before you go to bed, those minutes exist. Reclaim them, protect them, use them wisely. This consistent daily practice is the bedrock of sustainable personal development. It's how you turn fleeting minutes into lasting momentum, propelling you towards the success you desire. Remember, consistency is the mother of mastery. Section 2. Crafting your curriculum, personalizing your path to knowledge. Now, once you've committed to daily learning, the next question naturally arises. What exactly should you be learning? The world is vast, knowledge is infinite, and your time is precious. You can't learn everything, so you must be strategic. You need to craft your own personal curriculum, one that aligns with your goals, your passions, and your areas for development. Remember those 5 key areas I shared earlier: your craft, communication, relationships, finances, and philosophy. These are excellent starting points, fundamental pillars for a well-rounded and successful life. But how do you tailor them to you? First, take an honest inventory of where you are now and where you want to be. What skills are essential for you to excel in your chosen field, your craft? If you're in sales, become a master of persuasion and closing. If you're a leader, study team dynamics and motivation. What knowledge gaps are holding you back? Perhaps you need to deepen your understanding of financial management to secure your future. Or maybe improving your communication skills will unlock new opportunities in your personal and professional relationships. Your learning should be purposeful, directly addressing what you need to grow. Then diversify your sources. Don't limit yourself to just one mode of learning. Books are incredible repositories of wisdom, yes, but also explore podcasts featuring experts in your field. Consider online courses that offer structured learning paths and practical skills. Seek out mentors, people who have already achieved what you aspire to. Engaging in meaningful conversations with those who can teach you something valuable is a powerful accelerator for growth. The key is to find high-quality information that resonates with you and delivers the insights you need. Always ask, is this information empowering me? And here's a crucial point. Prioritize quality over sheer quantity. In our information-saturated world, it's easy to become a knowledge junkie, consuming endlessly without real understanding or application. It's not about how many books you skim or how many podcasts you download. It's about the depth of your engagement with the material. Are you internalizing the lessons? Are you reflecting on how they apply to your life? Select your learning resources with care. Be discerning. Your mind is a garden. Be mindful of the seeds you plant there. This deliberate curation will make your learning journey far more effective and truly transformative. Section 3. Beyond the page active techniques for deep learning. Here's a truth you need to internalize. Something I've emphasized before. Learning without action is just entertainment. Write that down. If you passively consume information, reading books or listening to lectures without actively engaging with the material and applying it, then you're merely being entertained. You're not truly educating yourself in a way that leads to transformation. Real learning, the kind that sticks and makes a difference, is an active process. It requires you to grapple with ideas, to question, to connect, and most importantly, to implement what you learn. So, how do you move from passive reception to active learning? One powerful technique is effective note-taking. This isn't just about transcribing what you hear or read. It's about summarizing key concepts in your own words, jotting down questions that arise, and noting potential applications. Another potent strategy is to teach what you learn to someone else. When you have to explain an idea clearly to another person, you solidify your own understanding in a remarkable way. It forces you to organize your thoughts and identify any gaps in your knowledge. Isn't that a clever way to learn? Furthermore, make a conscious effort to apply learned concepts to real-life situations. If you read a book on better communication, practice those techniques in your next conversation. If you learn a new financial strategy, explore how you can implement it, even on a small scale. This practical application is where the rubber meets the road. It's where knowledge transitions into skill and eventually into wisdom. Don't just let ideas sit in your head, put them to work. Test them, experiment with them. This experiential learning is absolutely vital for deep, lasting comprehension. Finally, incorporate regular reflection into your learning routine. After you finish a book, a course, or even a challenging conversation, take some time to think about it. What were the main takeaways? How did it change your perspective? What will you do differently as a result of this new knowledge? Journaling can be an excellent tool for this. This process of reflection helps to cement learning, draw deeper insights, and ensure that your daily education translates into genuine personal growth. It's about making meaning, not just accumulating facts. True understanding blossoms in these moments of quiet contemplation. Section 4. Building your fortress of growth environment, network, and tools. Your environment plays a far more significant role in your learning journey than you might realize. If your surroundings are chaotic, filled with distractions, or unsupportive of your goals, it will be an uphill battle. Therefore, you must consciously design and cultivate a learning ecosystem, a fortress of growth that supports your daily commitment. Start with your physical space. Is your desk clear? Is your study area quiet and inviting? Create a dedicated zone where you can focus without interruption, a sanctuary for your mind. This signals to yourself that learning is a valued activity. Beyond your physical space, consider your digital environment. Our devices can be incredible tools for learning, but they can also be our biggest sources of distraction. Be ruthless in curating your digital intake. Unsubscribe from irrelevant newsletters, turn off unnecessary notifications, and use apps or browser extensions that limit access to time-wasting websites during your dedicated learning periods. Organize your digital resources, your ebooks, articles, and course materials so they are easily accessible. Make technology your servant in the quest for knowledge, not your master. Isn't that a more empowering approach? Then surround yourself with the right people. Your network, as I've said, often determines your net worth, and that includes your intellectual wealth. Seek out learning buddies, individuals who share your commitment to growth. Form a mastermind group where you can discuss ideas, share challenges, and hold each other accountable. Find mentors who can guide you, offer advice, and share their experiences. Conversely, limit your exposure to chronic complainers or those who belittle your ambitions. Your associations will either lift you up or drag you down. Choose wisely. Finally, leverage tools and technologies that can enhance your learning process. There are countless apps for note-taking, for organizing your reading list, for tracking your progress, and for scheduling your learning sessions. Experiment and find what works for you. The goal is not to get caught up in the tools themselves, but to use them strategically to make your learning more efficient, engaging, and sustainable. Building this supportive ecosystem makes the daily habit of learning less of a chore and more of an integrated, enjoyable part of your life. This fortress will protect your commitment and accelerate your growth. Here's something truly fascinating about the commitment to daily education, something that echoes the most powerful forces in the universe. It compounds. Just like money carefully invested in the bank earns interest, which then earns interest on itself, knowledge too compounds over time. But here's the beautiful distinction. Unlike financial wealth, your intellectual capital can't be stolen by market crashes, diminished by the relentless creep of inflation, or lost through misfortune. It becomes an intrinsic part of who you are, an ever-growing asset that pays dividends for the entirety of your life. Isn't that a remarkable and reassuring thought in an often unpredictable world? This compounding effect of knowledge does more than just make you smarter in an academic sense. It fundamentally builds your resilience, equipping you to navigate the inevitable twists and turns of life with greater agility and confidence. Think about it. Each new concept learned, each skill mastered, each perspective gained adds another tool to your mental toolkit. When challenges arise, as they always do, you're no longer facing them with limited resources. Instead, you draw upon a rich, interconnected web of understanding, allowing you to adapt, innovate, and find solutions that might have previously seemed out of reach. This adaptability is priceless. Moreover, this intellectual treasure you accumulate through daily learning possesses an inherent security that material possessions can never offer. Consider this: your enhanced understanding, your sharpened critical thinking, your expanded problem-solving abilities. These are yours forever. They become integrated into your very being, shaping your decisions, your interactions, and your contributions. No external force can strip you of the wisdom you've cultivated. This enduring nature of learned wealth provides a profound sense of stability and self-reliance, a foundation upon which you can confidently build your future, irrespective of external volatilities. As you consistently engage in this daily practice of learning, something wonderful begins to happen. Your capacity to learn itself expands. Your mind becomes more adept at making connections, at absorbing new information, and at synthesizing diverse ideas into a coherent whole. It's like exercising a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger and more capable it becomes. This ever-increasing capacity for understanding allows you to tackle more complex subjects, to delve deeper into areas of interest, and to see the world with ever-increasing clarity and insight. This truly is the unfolding power of a lifetime dedicated to learning. Let's talk about a very practical, very tangible, long-term benefit of continuous education. Its undeniable impact on your career trajectory and your earning potential. You've heard me say it, and it's a principle worth engraving in your mind. Your income will rarely exceed your personal development. If you want to earn more, you simply have to learn more. By consistently investing in your skills, your expertise, and your understanding of your industry and the world, you make yourself more valuable. And when you are more valuable, the marketplace has a way of rewarding you accordingly. Isn't that a straightforward path to greater professional success? But the benefits extend far beyond just the financial. Daily learning cultivates something incredibly precious: refined judgment. As you expose yourself to diverse ideas, study the successes and failures of others, and critically analyze information, you develop a more nuanced understanding of cause and effect. This leads to better decision-making in all areas of your life, not just your career. You become more adept at weighing options, anticipating consequences, and choosing paths that align with your long-term goals. This ability to make wise choices consistently is perhaps one of the most significant, albeit less tangible, rewards of lifelong learning. Furthermore, as your knowledge base expands, so too does your ability to connect with and influence others. You become a more interesting person, someone with valuable insights to share. Remember, daily education changes your conversations. You start attracting different kinds of people into your life. Individuals who are also growing, who are also seeking knowledge, who can challenge and inspire you. Your network expands, not just in numbers, but in quality. This enhanced ability to communicate, to share wisdom, and to build meaningful relationships amplifies your influence and opens doors to collaborations and opportunities you might never have imagined. And here's another fascinating outcome. Continuous learning sharpens your perception. You begin to see opportunities where others see only obstacles. You identify patterns and connections that are invisible to the untrained eye. Why? Because your expanded knowledge base provides you with more frameworks, more models, and more mental tools to understand the world. You become better equipped to solve complex problems, to innovate, and to create value. This capacity to see what others miss and to act upon it effectively is a hallmark of those who commit to never-ending growth. Beyond career advancements and earning potential, the true reward of continuous education is personal fulfillment. It's about the joy of discovery, intellectual engagement, and the confidence from constant growth. This journey cultivates wisdom, allowing you to navigate life's complexities with grace and purpose. As you grow, your capacity to contribute meaningfully to others expands. Your learning journey has a ripple effect, making a positive impact on those around you. Finally, consider the legacy you create. A commitment to lifelong learning sets a powerful example for others. You inspire others to embark on their own learning journeys. This creates a ripple effect of growth and enlightenment. That is a legacy of true and lasting significance. The most inspiring stories are of ordinary individuals who faced challenges and chose to learn something new each day. Let me share a story about Maria. Maria grew up with limited resources, but had a burning curiosity. She committed to reading one book a week from the public library. Despite her tiredness, she persisted, feeding her mind consistently. Slowly, her ideas connected, her vocabulary expanded, and her confidence blossomed. She became a leader in her community and developed new career opportunities. More importantly, she cultivated a rich inner life and resilience. Maria's daily learning didn't just change her life, it created a ripple effect of positive change. This is the power of consistent daily learning. Ordinary people can achieve extraordinary growth through daily learning. Isn't that the ultimate story of empowerment? Many feel stuck in their jobs, watching opportunities pass by. But this plateau doesn't have to be permanent. Daily learning can transform your career from stagnation to continuous ascent. Think about David, who felt his passion dwindling in his decade-long role. He decided to dedicate 1 hour every evening to learning new skills. Despite exhaustion, he was driven by a vision of a dynamic career. He enrolled in online courses and applied new skills to small projects. His newfound expertise led to new opportunities, a promotion, and a leadership role. David reinvented himself professionally through daily learning. He proved that dedication and daily learning can transform your career. Isn't that a powerful example of taking control? Daily learning is the key to reinventing your career. Lifelong learning enriches our souls and broadens our perspectives. It's about cultivating an inner landscape that leads to a life of greater depth and fulfillment. Consider Eleanor, who felt a yearning for deeper understanding. She embarked on a journey of learning for the joy of it. Her daily routine included studying philosophy, literature, and art history. This wasn't about grades or promotions, it was about discovery. As she learned, her appreciation for the world deepened. She saw connections she'd never noticed before and understood the present through the past. Eleanor's conversations became richer, and her empathy deepened. Her daily pursuit of knowledge brought a renewed zest to her life. Daily learning is a pathway to a richer, more connected human experience. We've explored the power of daily learning to unlock success and growth. Dedicating yourself to learning every day is a fundamental choice for your potential. Commitment is a decision made once but acted upon daily. This pledge isn't about fleeting enthusiasm, but a steadfast promise. Integrate this practice into your life, making it essential as breathing. Consistent action is where the real power lies. It's never too late, and you are always capable of learning and growing. Make an unwavering commitment to your future self. This isn't just about acquiring skills. It's about continuous self-discovery. Imagine the person you will be because you invested in your mind. This pledge is the first step to a richer, more fulfilling existence. Will you take it? Daily education is not just about accumulating facts. It's about a profound transformation in how you think and perceive the world. The journey transcends data collection and leads to mastery. Information becomes knowledge. Knowledge deepens into understanding, and understanding blossoms into wisdom. This cultivated wisdom is your most invaluable asset. It's the bedrock of your confidence and resilience. When challenges arise, this wisdom helps you navigate with clarity. You develop better judgment and a greater capacity for sound decisions. Success leaves clues, and wisdom is a consistent clue. Daily learning, applying, and reflecting cultivate wisdom. This is the ultimate fruit of your commitment to daily education. As you diligently pursue this path of daily learning, something truly wonderful and almost inevitable begins to occur. Your own growth, your expanding understanding, your newfound clarity, these internal achievements naturally begin to radiate outwards. You see, knowledge and wisdom are not meant to be hoarded like a miser's gold. They yearn to be shared, to illuminate the paths of others. The more you learn, the more you realize you have something valuable to contribute, and a natural desire to uplift those around you will begin to stir within your heart. Isn't that a beautiful consequence of your personal journey? Remember what I said about knowledge being one of the few things in life that multiplies when you share it. When you teach a concept to someone else, you reinforce your own understanding at a much deeper level. When you offer guidance drawn from your own learning, you not only help another individual, but also refine your own insights. This act of sharing transforms you from a mere consumer of knowledge into a conduit, a disseminator of wisdom. And there's an incredible joy, a profound satisfaction that comes from contributing to the growth and success of others. It adds another rich layer to your own fulfilling existence. More than that, your unwavering commitment to daily education becomes a silent, yet incredibly potent source of inspiration. Your family, your friends, your colleagues, even casual acquaintances will notice the changes in you, the enhanced confidence, the deeper insights, the more thoughtful perspectives. You won't need to preach or proselytize. Your actions, your consistent dedication to self-improvement will speak volumes. You become a living testament to the power of lifelong learning, demonstrating that growth is always possible, that potential is always waiting to be unlocked. This is how you lead by example, the most powerful form of influence there is. Ultimately, by embracing daily learning, you are not just shaping your own destiny, you are crafting a legacy. It's a legacy that extends far beyond any material success you might achieve. It's a legacy of curiosity, of resilience, of the relentless pursuit of betterment. You inspire a culture of growth in your wake, encouraging others to embark on their own journeys of discovery. Imagine the ripple effect of that future generations touched by the example you set today. That, my friends, is a legacy worth building, a testament to a life lived with purpose and a mind perpetually open to the wonders of learning. So here we stand, at the precipice of your next great chapter. Understand this: your future is not some preordained script that you are forced to follow. No, your future is a vibrant, dynamic creation, sculpted by the choices you make and the actions you take, not tomorrow. And among the most powerful, most transformative actions you can choose is the steadfast commitment to daily education. This single decision, acted upon consistently, has the power to rewrite your story, to elevate your trajectory, and to unleash a torrent of potential you may not even realize you possess. Isn't that an exciting prospect to embrace right now? Never before in human history has knowledge been so incredibly abundant, so readily accessible. The wisdom of the ages, the latest breakthroughs, practical skills from every conceivable field, they are all literally at your fingertips. Libraries, the internet, podcasts, online courses, mentors, the resources are limitless and often free or incredibly affordable. Therefore, any excuse about not having access, not knowing where to start, or not having the means simply evaporates in the face of this modern reality. The only barrier that truly exists is the one you might erect in your own mind. The time for excuses is over. The time for action is now. This is your call to adventure, your invitation to step fully into your power. Make that unwavering commitment to educate yourself daily. Start with just 30 minutes. That small, manageable investment in your greatest asset, your mind. Find those pockets of time, defend them fiercely, and dedicate them to your growth. Read something meaningful, listen to something valuable, learn something new every single day. Stay consistent, stay curious, stay hungry. The keys to unlocking your extraordinary potential are already in your possession. All you need to do is decide to turn them one day at a time. And let me leave you with this final, powerful thought. Daily education is the ultimate key to true freedom. When you educate yourself, you develop skills, you create value. And when you can create value, you gain options. When you have options, you have freedom. Freedom from financial worry, freedom from limiting beliefs, freedom to design a life that truly resonates with your deepest aspirations. Remember, life will indeed pay any price you ask of it, but you have to ask, you have to prepare, you have to become valuable. And that incredible journey of becoming begins with the simple, yet profound decision to learn every single day. Your most remarkable chapter starts now.